All right, there we go. Oh, what's up, Fire Mango? You're here real fast. Well, Mary Massive Christ. Where did I put my. Where is it at? Trying to find the picture I made. Mary Massive Christ. You know the joke I always say about that? Mary Massive Christ? This is what I mean by Mary Massive Christ. See? He's bigger than the earth. So he's a massive Christ. Oh shit. I cheese. I cheese. Anyway, yeah, no, the the power of Christ compels you to enjoy the day of his birth. I swear to God. To me, this is funny. Other people didn't like it that much, but whatever. Oh wait, I should put that in the Discord. Anyway. Oh wait. Oh yeah, that's right. You said the voice thingy, right? Okay, I'll join it in a sec. It's just that I was gonna I was gonna start with one of the requests that was in the YouTube requests channel. So I was gonna do one of those, but let me get on the Discord thingy. Johan Shune Bakuman.
Yo. Merry Chrysler. Merry Chrysler.
All right. Now let me put the headphones on.
Oh yeah, no, I understood you were doing the reactions. I won't talk too much during them. But I am also watching them. Specifically for mine though, because in case you had questions, you know what I mean? Also because I'm bored, frankly.
I get you. Yeah, no, my son's at his mom's brother's family's house. So it's just me.
Oh,
That works
that's
out, huh?
that's rough, bud. That's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
it is unfortunate. It sucks. It's gonna be even worse when I move overseas.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
It's gonna be so much worse, but I gotta sacrifice somewhere. I've sacrificed everywhere else in my life. Nothing's fucking working, so I mean, last resort, go overseas where it's cheaper.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it fucking blows. God damn, I hate this country.
Right at you.
Fucking A. Well, that being
Anyways,
said, wait,
yeah,
was
do you
this one of
mind
yours?
just the first one, the Mandalore Gaming one? Which one are you doing? Hold up. Can you stream can you share your screen for the stream through the Discord? Because I have to be on the Discord or the stream, so I don't get like two of you.
Let me see. No, this one was from Stuka. Yours was
Yeah,
the
I thought you were
ogre
doing the
one.
Stuka one first. Yeah. I would just do the Stuka one first. Low key.
Yeah, no,
You should
I,
also
I
probably
looked
clip it and upload it.
I looked at it, but um it has no numbers whatsoever.
What do you mean it has no numbers?
It's been up for like a year, I believe. 310 views.
Oh, the
28
video I
likes.
recommended.
Yeah. 28
Yeah,
likes.
it's a pretty niche community.
Pretty niche. Isn't there at least like 30,000 players worldwide or something like that?
There's about 1,000, all in America. Like, give or take. The game used to be bigger, but it's a 70s war game with a very, very dedicated community, and everyone who kind of just knows about it, but no one actually plays it really, besides a couple thousand odd people. It's very interesting though, you know. But you can do the Mandalore Gaming one first. The other one's just kind of, I don't know. I like the universe and like sharing it with people, even if it's not big.
Understandable. Yeah. I was just, expecting sauce from you, not a
I got you your most popular video to date. If you look on your thing, it's at like 9K views.
Is it? Let's see.
Yeah, it's only beaten out by the one of your music reacts at 9.1K. I think I can afford to throw some trash here and there that I actually enjoy. I've got you your golden goose.
Where is it actually?
I don't know
the
how you do it
Fallout
on the
film,
creator.
that's right.
Yeah, I got you your golden goose. I think I'm perfectly deserved in this take.
It's got 9,000. What is actually? I don't even know if it is the one that has the most. Let me double check that.
No, it's number 2.
Views will say like 9,000. Damn, the Mike Burnfire one beat that?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
not by much though.
Well, I mean,
It's like a 100.
It's like
Yeah,
it's like 100 and it beats it by like
still.
100 and oh shit. Yeah, it's only in the hundreds it beats it.
Still,
And
I
that's
feel pretty justified in my take.
Well, we'll see where the latest Love Bites video goes.
Those are, you got to be careful because that might become your channel identity. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, whatever gets us up there eventually in some way, shape, or form. I am fully prepared to sell out if I must. Fuck it.
Fair enough.
Everyone else does.
All right, I got the stream open on my phone. I got my Xbox going, and then I got this on a tablet. Let's go.
I'll help these guys.
Let's do the Mandalore Gaming one first.
I'll help these guys out. Give them a like.
Well, let's do the
28 like ogre freaking video.
one of those is me. Let's do the Mandalore Gaming one first, though.
Okay.
Save the creme de la creme for the night. All right, I'll mute myself so you can like clip this and make this a video.
Hey, if you want to
I'll
be
just
in
be in
it,
stream.
If you want to be in it, all welcome, as I said.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't got much to add. Also, could you share your screen through the Discord so I can actually hear the video?
I'll try. Don't know how long
You just
the
go.
PC will allow.
The PC will be fine.
There we go.
Hey, okay.
But I do have to go pizzle. So
yeah, do that first.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to. 20 minutes. That shit's gonna turn into 2 hours.
They
say VTubers yap more. I think I got them beat as far as time.
Oh no, 100%. You're the yapaholic. Seriously, you cannot. An 8-minute video took you 30 minutes to react to. It's either you have absolutely nothing to say or everything. No in between.
Well, you know what they say. It's like the gift of gab or some shit like that. Anyway, I'll be back.
All right.
Got a pizzle. Plus, one of the bitches in the house is screaming. All right, well. Oh.
Let's get at it, as they say.
One bitch in particular won't shut up, so I just shut the door.
Real. Real.
Nothing else I can do. It doesn't belong to me. I'm just taking care of it. That being said, oh, this is a recommendation from the Discord. And this is from Stuka on the Discord. I might like it. I like Mandalore Gaming. He's okay. That being said, let's jump in. Let's see what you got for me, Stuka.
Story minus.
So, this is Divine Cybermancy? How do I even start this? I've heard people...
Looks almost like a wannabe knockoff Elder Scrolls. You know? That's what that immediately reminds me of from this, like, scene right here.
Call this game inaccessible, but that doesn't seem like enough. Mechanically, this is a pretty complex game. It comes with 23 tutorial videos, but you can still get lost. That's already kind of rough, but it also comes with one of the strangest plots I've ever seen in a game.
Over 20 tutorial videos? I see. This thing was made like it was kind of like back in the day where there was the games that people would get on CD-ROM at like the local computer shop. And then, you just be like, hey, like, what do you got? They'd hand you some game. It's like, well, I mean, this one's okay. You can always bring it back. It's like, all right, cool. I'll go try it out. You come back the next day. They're like, so how'd it go? Well, it was crap, but I mean, it passed time. That's what this kind of seemed like to me.
Things are about to get weird. I've gotten a ton of requests to do a Divine Cybermancy video, and I was already familiar with it, but I can safely say that I appreciate it much more now.
So it's like a mixture of Elder Scrolls. Kind of like, it kind of reminds me of Elder Scrolls maybe 3 or 4. And then it's got like elements of Marathon in it. Because it's got like the cyber future sci-fi thing in it too. Okay, well, the name Cybermancy that kind of makes sense.
I've heard people call it a Warhammer ripoff, which is true, but there's more to it than that. Plus, the company
Oh, what? Oh, don't let GW hear you about that.
admits it's inspired by Warhammer and other titles, and they went on to make a Warhammer game. I is based off a tabletop game called Ava. You probably haven't played it. It might not even exist.
Ava, okay.
This is because the developers made it, and I think only they've played it. Supposedly it might have been some weird homebrew version of Deathwatch, but I don't know for sure. What I do know is that the studio made a mod called Syndicate Black Ops for Half-Life 1. So they took the lessons they learned, moved over to Source, and made a new game called I Divine Cybermancy. It's a first-person shooter sci-fi role-playing game. After you've played I, that sounds a little too simple for what it is. Love it or hate it, I think if you've played it you can agree that there's nothing quite like it out there. Let's start with the visuals. It's very clearly a Source game. It looks and feels like a Half-Life 2 total conversion mod that went out of control.
I was gonna say, like, the elements where it looks like you got a gun looks very Half-Life era.
And seeing as how only about a dozen people made this game, that might be pretty.
You ever heard of this, Firemango?
The game itself, like what it's based on.
Anything about this?
Yeah, I heard about the tabletop portion, and since I also played Space Old Deathwing, I looked into the studio. But pretty much everything he's saying here is correct. I don't really have anything to dispute.
Okay.
Like,
Wait, it's the same guys that made Space Hulk Deathwing
yeah,
that made this game?
yes.
Oh!
Yeah, it explains a lot about both games. Like, it goes both ways, their design decisions and overall jank, let's just say.
Ah, okay. Well, let's continue. I'm a little intrigued now.
pretty close to the truth. Regardless, this came out in 2011, and it was outdated looking even then, so on a technical level, this looks bad, but that changes up when you factor in art direction. A lot of these character designs are outright inspired. The faction you're a part of has some really interesting designs. It really feels like they're doing their own thing here, and put a lot of thought into how these guys would look. But this doesn't exactly extend to the enemies. Almost all of them look and feel like a derivative of something you've seen before. There's even a mission that seems to be a homage to Space Hulk. You fight off waves of four-armed enemies in these stone hallways. I mentioned they made a Space Hulk game, right? So they're not winning any points for originality here, but I'm not sure that they cared. This is a game where a werewolf will debate you about why your species is bad. The story is really something, but we'll get to that soon. The maps also have a strange quality divide. Some
I freaking love shit like this. I swear to God. The werewolf. Time has come for you to finally open your eyes and join our cause. Defend nature's will and destroy both the Secreta and the Federation. Obviously, they must be enemies of nature, I'm assuming. But the options are... Listen, I don't fucking care about nature. Based. I'm just doing my damn job, and my job is to eliminate you. Option number 2. Okay, well, your story is cool, but my friends and I are nature's creations too, right? Oh, shit. I love that. I love that energy from this.
is really something, but we'll get to that soon. The maps also have a strange quality divide. Some look like classic cyberpunk art, with big flashing neon signs and bright lights, and they usually contrast a dark or dirty looking city. Everyone wants you to buy a gun, a burger, or a prostitute.
Ooh, I love that. Oh, brother, I love that. I don't know what it is about the dystopian futuristic setting things, but they just look so nitty gritty cool. Or maybe it's because it reminds me of like when I first saw something like Aliens 1, the first one, or when I first saw the first Terminator in theaters. Because there's just something about like seeing a city that's kind of set up like, I don't know what it is, but it's cool. It's hard to explain.
Like classic cyberpunk art with big flashing neon signs and bright lights, and they usually
Wait, it said what?
some
What
look like
is that
classic
right there?
cyberpunk art with big
Duck Dukem. Painted nuclear ducks since long ago. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. That's great. That's freaking great. I love this.
flashing neon signs and bright lights, and they usually contrast a dark
Mega Kebab. They got Mega
classic
Kebab
cyberpunk
too.
art with big flashing neon signs and bright lights.
Mega Kebab, Turkish Greek. Strumic. Strumono? Stomanik? Streamanik. Striumin. Striumuno Minik. I think that's a C. I can't tell what that says. I can't read that very well. Are you able to read that?
What are you looking at?
It says under Mega Kebab and Turkish Greek, that last thing down there. Can you see that? Struminik? Straumino? Minik?
I can't, like, yeah, it kind of sounds like Struminik. It might be like an in-universe thing, I imagine.
I guess so.
Because obviously it's making fun of the dual origin of the kebab. So that also
yeah.
might just be a third region.
That's true. I saw kebab and I locked in. I was, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't recognize the Greek Turkish. That's why it's this mega kebab.
Kebab?
Yeah, I have
And
no
they
idea
usually
what the third
contrast
thing
a
is.
dark
I don't either, but it's funny nonetheless. When I think of like Greek and Turkish, I think of like Hetalia. Have you ever seen Hetalia?
Name doesn't sound familiar.
Naga Gutsure Kampaida Hetalia. No? It's damn good.
Nope, doesn't ring.
It's damn good.
Okay.
It's an awesome freaking show. I love it to death. They got in trouble with the whole world. That's how good it is.
I would definitely have to check it out then.
But in Hetalia, there's like an episode where I think it's Japan hanging out with Greece, and it's like Greece and Turkey, I believe. And Greece is just like chill, laid back, and just lazy. And Turkey is like in your face, direct and blunt. And freaking, they're trying. They're like trying to fight over Japan as a friend and some shit. And then when they think Japan, something happened to them, they both freak out. I freaking love that show. Italia, people. I believe in it. Watch it. You'll love it. Believe it.
or dirty looking city. Everyone wants you to buy a gun, a burger, or a prostitute. So even though the game takes place in the far future out in the solar system, Americans will feel right at home. If that sounds too fancy for you, you can enjoy these surrealist hellscapes instead. However, a lot of the maps are just downright bland. They don't feel like actual areas, along with the fact that a lot of them are covered in fog. I don't know if this was to make it easier in the engine or what, but it feels like Morrowind. These maps are also huge. Normally this would be a good thing, but in the case of I, it doesn't work out so well. The tighter maps have a lot more detail and look way better visually. The rest of my map issues are gameplay related, so I'll wait till that section. So for now I'm gonna give the rundown on the story. I'll save spoiler stuff for the end of the video, so no worries. You start the game inside of a dream, commenting that you killed your mentor but you are not his murderer. Before you know what's happening, you wake up in a cave. Apparently you were defeated during a mission and you now have amnesia. When you get back to your headquarters, your mentor is alive. He doesn't explain a ton about what's going on. Your personal servo skull has a message for you, from yourself. You explain that Commander Rimina had sent you on a mission, and that this could happen. Listening to the message from yourself and then talking to the commander gives you a general idea of what's happening, but he says if your memory is fuzzy, you could go to the archives and catch up on the history. That seems like a good idea.
The design of the freaking whatever this Commander Rimna, the design of their face reminds me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
Looks like a Stormcast Eternal, sort of.
Kinda, in a little bit of a way. But speaking of Morrowind, it reminds me of something from Morrowind. I think. Maybe it's not Morrowind.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like the like wizard guy who wears a mask that looks just like that, but I don't remember his name.
It's not Vivek, is it?
Might be. You'd have to look it up.
Is it him or is it a guy from Warhammer?
Well, oh, there's a guy from Warhammer Fantasy who looks exactly like that. He's one of he's the top wizard for the Empire. He's like Balthazar or something.
Balthasar Gelt. That dude.
I was correct.
Yeah,
Huzzah.
he like
He wears that exact mask.
yeah.
But that's also where the Stormcast masks come from. So
and he also
I was right
like,
both ways.
and he also like wasn't he like a count or something like that? Or like a
Yeah,
king or a prince?
he was an elector count who also was the super wizard with Karl France, and also had some stuff going on with Chaos. He was pretty
Okay.
important.
I'm pretty sure he like bankrupted like a country or something like that too.
He did a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff that happens in the old world.
God, it's been so long since I looked into any of it. But I was like, wait a minute, that looks really familiar.
Yeah, I'm like, I know this. Well, also, it's just like a pretty popular design in general. So
That's
there's
true.
a lot of things that use that.
The whole gold mask
To be fair.
thing, you know, King Saint Benedict I believe the fourth of Jerusalem from Kingdom of Heaven.
Hmm.
Like he wore a mask too, kind of like that. It's
Yeah.
more like the money mask though. Anyway, okay, that makes sense. I guess I got it now.
I'm not sure the library was a good idea. There's a story about Shinji in his dungeon, but the background lore is a little bit harder to get to. It also says you shot your mentor, even though you just talked to him, and the commander was talking about him. So what's going on? Well, the first thing you should know is that this game is not in its native language. It's a French game, and not the best translation. The big positive is that this makes the dialogue incredibly entertaining. This leads into having some pretty unforgettable conversations. When someone insults you by calling you the messiah of rodents, you don't forget it, or threatening to rip off someone's face and wear it as a moron party mask. It gives the game a lot of charm, but for the story it's a nightmare.
It sounds French too, because they're really rude. It sounds like something the French would do, honestly. They're quite
Also,
offensive.
like, why do you have the captions on?
Oh, from earlier, because I couldn't hear the lyrics to a lot of music.
Well, like, I know one of my like the Fallout React, you had like Korean subtitles on the whole time. It is incredibly annoying.
There's Korean subtitles for a Fallout? Wait, what?
Yeah, if you go to your Fallout video, and then when you were streaming it on your YouTube, yeah, hold up. So, we got to go on a tangent here, but this like really irked me. Go to your Fallout React.
The shenanigans.
No, you got to go to where the audio's playing. Like, skip forward a bit. Nope. I scroll back. Yep. See, I wasn't lying.
Wait, isn't that from the original video? Let me double check this.
Yeah, you just didn't turn it off. And so your most popular reaction has Korean subtitles forever.
That's hilarious because Soda's is Korean.
Yeah, I have no idea how that happened. Just like for normal reacts, make sure your subtitles are off. But yeah, nothing you can do about that now.
There's no way we can beat.
Huh, that's weird. I wonder why it gave it Korean subtitles.
Probably, I literally no idea. You probably just hit something by accident and then didn't turn the subtitles off, is my thought.
Well,
Anyways.
I mean,
It is what it is.
Anyway, it worked anyway. 9,000 views. I mean, it's something.
This clip is a good example of what I'm talking
But yeah, I didn't notice that the whole time. Because usually I have to turn on the subtitles if they're available. A lot of music videos don't have them anymore. To like have an idea of what they're singing, like their lyrics. Because a lot of music, like the power of the music overpowers the words.
about. A character talks about how you, he, and your mentor were trapped on a ship for a century. Does he mean that in a hyperbole like you were there forever? Or were you literally trapped on a ship for 100 years? So when things don't make sense, most people just think it's bad translation. The history was scattered and inconsistent, but here's what I got from it. Space exploration was going great up until the year 2116. The next 300 years are a blur. At some point, Mars declared independence and waged war against humanity. It also turns out that all of reality is affected by something called a...
It's always Mars. So more often than not, when I've read about like space stuff with humanity, futuristic sci-fi things, quite often it's Mars that's like the antithesis colony to Earth or some shit. It's like, why are we so obsessed with Mars as the planet to be misaligned with Earth? Why is that? Am I the only one that notices this? Not to mention the ancients called Mars the god of war.
That wasn't the ancients. That was just the Romans. But also Mars, just because space. I don't know.
It's just a little bit baffling because the only thing we have to do with it, as of modern humanity, right, is our observations and explorations of it from a distance. It's done nothing bad to us we know of. There's nothing bad on it we know of either. So, like, why do we have a consistent obsession with Mars being an enemy in some way? Is it just me? Or is it... Is it just me? As far as I'm aware, Mars hasn't done anything to us but just sit there in space. Like, you get what I mean? What do you think?
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I think it was just because, we always talked about colonizing Mars and stuff, so it just became the default sci-fi trope, and then we've kind of just stuck with it.
It's just
I don't know.
I don't know.
It makes some amount of sense if you think of it as just like it was sci-fi for quite a large period when sci-fi settings were being developed. That Mars was the new race of humans, like, you know what I mean?
You know what? It kind of does make sense because there's movies like Mars Attacks, I think there was one that was called like The Man from Mars or something way back in the day. Or was
Yeah,
that
there's
a
also
radio
All
show?
Tomorrows, where humanity splits on Mars. There's just a lot. It's just like the colony we imagine first inhabiting, and so all of our struggles will be put through that planet.
Maybe.
It's always like the first step in sci-fi. So everything bad will stem from it because it's the first step. So it's important that it does. I don't know, something like that. That's how I like to think of it.
Something like that.
Something like that.
That being said, I'm going to increase the speed of this one. Let's see what this does.
Metastrumonic
You just
force.
halved it.
Whoops. I slowed it down instead.
I was literally you've played it right before I could say it. You
What?
literally just halved it. Now don't worry, a lot of us watch things on 2 times. No, you have to go. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
And demons are real. So between fighting the Space Confederacy and Satan, 70% of humans are dead. The surviving
Oh, wow. That escalated fast. Okay, then. Space Satans, demons, and... Oh, okay.
planets formed the Federation, but the private sector was still worried about the demons. So some big companies created the Secreta Secretorum, and in turn, they created I. No one knows what it stands for. It was lost to time or something. Anyways, their sole mission is to fight off demons. Because the Federation rules with an iron fist and the companies want more power, they launch a coup against them, but it fails. At the same time, there are 2 factions within I, the Culters and the Gian. They've been waging a minor civil war on each other. Your mentor wants to bring the 2 sides together and focus on fighting the Federation and the demons. The commander just wants to exterminate the Gian. The game drops you off in the middle of this, and this is behind levels of intentional incoherence and
The Metastromonic Force. Oh, okay. It's almost like a Deus Ex Machina. You know that word we were trying to figure out earlier? Stromonic?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it turns out it's not just a weird name slapped on a kebab shop. It's kind of
Shocker.
it's kind of like a Deus Ex Machina for the plot. Okay. All right then. Well, we're starting to pin dots and you know, put string on the tacks on the tack board. So, okay, we're getting somewhere.
bad translation. So if someone picked this up kind of casually and wasn't paying attention, you can get lost quickly and easily. Stuff like the holy CVS receipts are never explained. So let's get right into the gameplay. Right off the bat,
The holy CVS receipts. What?
and easily. Stuff like the holy CVS
Holy CVS receipts. Okay. What? The holy CVS receipts. Damn, it looks like someone must have spent like 500 on freaking, I don't even know, some cough medicine or some shit.
receipts are never explained. So let's get right into the gameplay. Right off the bat, I'll say the ceiling of fun you could have in this game is higher than games like Deus Ex, at least when it comes to how broken you can make yourself. You can turn people to monsters, throw cars, turn invisible, create armies of yourself, hack into people's brains and turn them into a puppet. You can even teleport inside of an enemy and blow them up. And that's not even everything. But this is a role-playing game, so you will have to earn it. Here's how character building works. When you first fire up a game, you have 3 genes to choose from. Each one affects a different stat. Some might give high bonuses to one, but also give penalties to another. So when you roll, you can get a balanced character. Or you can just put them all in the meta gene. Then you roll until you're pretty overpowered. Even if you start with a high stat character, you still have mountains to go. You get experience by killing enemies or doing missions, and then when you level up, you can spend ability points. That's not groundbreaking, but that's not all there is.
I love how my man in this screen sets his, everything else is at like, you know, the double digits past 30, or in the case of health, past 100. However, he has mental balance as 27 and karma at 6. My bub, he's trying to do a freaking, what's that one anime show called with the chick with the shield?
No idea.
Shit. And she like rides a turtle. And she's nothing but defense or something like that. God damn, what's the name of that show? It's basically where they put all their stat points into one thing. Fuck, my son was watching this the other day. Bofery. I don't want to get hurt. It's like I don't want to get hurt, so I'll, max out my defense points or some shit like that. It's an okay slop show, I guess. Apparently, though, it's got a big following. But yeah, my son loves that show. He thinks it's hilarious.
Killing enemies or doing...
But yeah, Fire Mango, in case... I'm assuming you haven't seen it.
No, 100% not.
Okay, well, it's basically if someone were to play a video game and make a character that was 100%, basically 100% DPS and defense.
Sounds interesting.
And pretty much nothing else.
And then when you level up, you can spend ability points. That's not groundbreaking, but that's not all there is. If you've played I, you know what I have to talk about here. For just about everything you do, you get a currency, but it's not credits, it's bruise off. If I mangled that pronunciation, I apologize. I used to be under the impression that it was just a weird sci-fi currency they made up, but after I actually Googled it, it turns out it's an obscure French slang for money. That took me by surprise. The thing is,
I thought it was slang for like brosif. Like, hey, what's up, brosif? That's what I thought it would be. I was like, okay, they just made a weird misspelling random word like Easter egg. Or at least that's what I would say. Brosif. I don't know, they sound similar to me. You tell me.
there's a world of wonderful things you can do with this bruise off. If you have enough money, you can open up your character menu at any time and buy a cybernetic upgrade. These improve your character in just about any way you can imagine. I would advise investing in your legs. More on that later. You can use your money in the temple headquarters to buy new psychic powers, cybernetic powers, or new weapons. All of these items usually come with stat requirements, so you can't buy them all at once. They might also need research. I uses a very similar system to the original XCOM. When you kill an enemy, they have a random chance of dropping a briefcase. These cases have research items, so you want to grab as many as you can. Research costs bruise off and happens in the background, but you can spend more money to assign more scientists to speed up the process. This does have a few catches. First, what you get is completely random, even though some enemies are known to have higher drop chances for loot. The issue with this is that some research requires other research. The game has an entire tech tree. On top of this, some research is completely useless. I don't mean tiny bonuses, I mean they do literally nothing. And you can't really tell which research is going to be junk, so don't spend all of your money on one research. There's only a few useless ones, but it's something to keep in mind.
Well, it kind of makes sense, actually, and that lines up with real life. Not all research leads to anything useful. Like the people who did research just to prove that the ultimate, I forgot what it was. It had to do with shipbuilding. But they basically found that they did research to see if they could improve the design of ships. And then they found out at the end of the research that they had actually already achieved basically the ultimate design with available current modern day materials of ships. And so basically they hit a dead end. It's like, I mean, I get wanting to make something better, but that at the end of all that, you get nothing out of it really at all. That kind of makes sense. I mean, it lines up.
It does incentivize playing the game longer since there's some pretty powerful endgame researches you can get. Most of the really devastating weapons need them, but having them be from...
Wait, was it? Was it a naval thing or... I'm pretty sure it was a naval thing. It had something to do with engineering, like, big things like ships, or was it aircraft? Well, anyway, one of the two.
Pure RNG is kind of annoying. The max character level is 120, and there are tons of powers and weapons to unlock, so this variety seems good. How's the gameplay? Well, if you like the original Deus Ex, you'll feel somewhat at home. It's nowhere near as intricate, but it is familiar. Let me explain. You usually have multiple methods for accomplishing a mission. If you're assigned to assassinate someone, you could just go and kill them from a window, but you can try a more subtle approach. How about convincing someone to do it for you? How about hacking a security system and turning it against them? What if you just hack someone's cyberbrain, control them like a puppet, and then send them out to do the murder? You have a ton of freedom in how you can do things, with a catch. No matter how you conduct a mission, it won't really affect the story. The only exception is one planet where you can choose one of 3 paths to go on. These lead to maps which are exclusive to your decision, but other than that, it doesn't happen anywhere else. So if you like RPGs with big decisions and story effects, that doesn't really happen here. It makes up for this with all the side quests it offers in the main storyline. As you progress, you can unlock new areas in the temple and then go back to areas or visit new ones. These will give you a bunch of plotless side objectives. So they're ultimately for farming and having fun, not more story content. It has an insane plot, but the game is okay with you ignoring it. Even the difficulty settings kind of hint at this. You can crank up how challenging the enemies are and even their spawn rates. The payoff is you get more XP and bruise off when you kill them. In fact, even with a cloak, stealth is pretty hard in this game. You can dumb down their detection AI, but that doesn't feel very fair. It already has its struggles since they're basically multiplayer bots. So except for mission rewards, everything else is highly encouraging you to kill enemies. They sure gave you a lot of ways to do it. So how fun is the gameplay? Let me introduce you to a starter weapon SMG. It has 2 fire modes, full auto and fuller auto. This could be the best game ever made.
Holy! And that's an SMG?
Reminds me of the bar where it has full auto and then fuller auto. Just cuz.
I mean, hey, bring the DACA. I don't mind. But holy shit, dude. It's almost like the Vector in a way.
You know, I have played this game. It's incredibly, it's one of those games that's just like incredibly jank. But you sit down, you play through it once, and it's like the greatest thing ever. You know? Like, it breaks all the time. The game crashes like 10 times. You know, the graphics are terrible. But man, oh man, is it fun to jump 80 feet in the air and just hose down some basically knockoff aliens. It's peak.
Actually, that makes me want to play Battlefield later.
The combat in this game is so much fun. Every single power you get can be hotkeyed individually. If that sounds like too much, there is a radial menu you can use. Either way, the controls are incredibly tight and responsive. Every single weapon kicks like a mule and feels powerful. The top tier weapon is a revolver. You don't see that too often. Plus, it doesn't need research or high stats. You can even wield it or any other handgun with a sword. You won't even care how stupid it looks because it's so fun. I mean, as the game would say, holy weed. So this game can be a blast.
Holy weed! Wait a minute, what?
You won't even care how stupid it looks because it's so fun. I mean, as the game would say, holy weed.
Holy weed, man. What is this? Supposed to be Bob Marley? Like, as a skull, I swear to God! What is going on here? What? And for some reason, he's got pirate swords. I don't know. I am lost in the sauce, and I kind of enjoy it, I guess. It's just kind of, some of the shit's just kind of funny. I don't know why.
So this game can be a blast, but again, it's an RPG, so there's some finer details and some problems. Some people stop early in the game because they don't know they can turn into Samurai Jack flying around in the Matrix. I know because I'm one of them. I had tried playing this game twice before and only got a few levels in each time. So here's what's happening. The game uses a grid-based inventory system. As long as you have space, you can have any weapon equipped and all the ammunition for it. However, the more you're carrying, the slower you'll be. Equipping heavier armor and carrying bigger weapons will make this even worse. And like I said before, these maps are enormous. Sprinting depletes the same resources you use for magic, or powers, whatever they are. Either way, you don't want that yellow bar to be empty. You can crouch down to recharge energy even faster, but it's still pretty slow when you're starting out. This is a section from the end of the first tutorial map. Look how far you have to climb down. Look at this walkway. There's not a set piece being shown off, there's no enemies here, it's just needlessly long. In the first city mission, you might have to cross the map 4 to 5 times. The ends of some of these hallways don't even render. That's how far you're going to be walking around. I usually don't mind this if there's a lot of atmosphere or things to find, but nah, it's just silly. There's an alternate path in the tutorial where you don't have to fight any enemies, but I'm kind of convinced it's a prank. You crawl around in kilometers of vents, you jump down the Tower of Terror, you climb up the biggest ladder in the game.
What a thrill. With darkness and silence.
More crawling, more vents, and guess where it spits you out? At the same side of the walkway you would have taken if you had gone around normally. Who does this?
I feel like that's just a giant troll on the player. Oh, you think you found a secret route where you can just crack the game, huh? Psych! You know? That's what it feels like. It feels like a prank.
Basically has the long way and the longer way. So even if you start the game with really high agility and wear light armor, you still need to put points in those cyber legs. Then the problem isn't as bad.
They'll race behind you. They will stumble. They will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders.
It's gonna be a while before you're there, though. I also know some people who are turned off by the death system, besides losing health or other effects you can have, like going insane or hallucinating, but you can perform maintenance on yourself to fix it for an energy cost. Out of everything, you seem the most likely to break your legs. That slows you down, so you really don't want that. When in doubt, just press the button until the game confirms your legs are okay, because if you play through this with broken legs, you're gonna have a really bad time. You can also heal yourself or others with medkits to regain health, but don't use it too early. You can overdose on them and die. It's amazing. You can always die directly the old-fashioned way from some bullets. But there's also a minigame for hacking. You can hack almost anything. Instead of just holding X to hack, you basically play a turn-based strategy game. There's some big benefits to hacking, but if you fail, your cyber eyes might get taken over, or the security system will fry your brain and you'll die instantly.
That's a whole new level of worry, I guess. Good God, this would be amazing if it was made into like pre-20. If it was made with like the visual quality of the modern day, but an improved like UI interface and gaming system, more streamlined. God, this sounds like this would screw like hard.
Oh no, but then it loses all of its character and flavor. Like, the reason this game is peak is because it's so jank, there's just so much going on, and it just, the mistranslations, the terrible graphics, the depth of mechanics, the blockiness, and just, like, obtuseness of it all, I guess, it's peak. You can never make a game like this today. This is like an artifact of the 2010s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can tell. There's a lot.
Like, no game company would ever produce this.
Well, since this game exists as it does, technically they have.
You know what I mean? Extrapolate. You know, today, no game developer would ever make a game this bad. Like this is in the so bad it's good category. You know what I mean? Games like this just don't exist.
Call it bad, knowing games like Concord exist.
The largest flop in media history ever.
Well, I don't know. Freaking Shadows is like right there next to it.
Yeah, no, but Concord literally got the record for being the biggest flop in media ever.
Was it Concord that got that one?
Yeah, PlayStation had to refund every single copy sold.
That's right.
And all of the development costs on top of that.
That's
so they
right.
literally made nothing. They lost like 7 billion, or I think it was more than that. Like, they lost a ton of money on Concord.
And goddamn, they're still around.
Yeah, they are. The studio still exists.
TBTF is some bull. I swear to God.
When you die, a resurrector will activate. This will get your body back up where it was. If you manage to run out of resurrectors, it will kick you out of the level and shove you into a dream again. But then it'll pick up your mission from a checkpoint. At first, I thought this seemed way too easy. But these resurrects don't always go smoothly. There's a chance of something bad happening, which depends on a karma system, which frankly I don't understand. But if this is triggered, or if you die in a way where your body can't be resurrected where it lies, you get a fatal wound. There's a few kinds of these, and they can stack, and they are permanent stat debuffs. So if someone is exceptionally bad at the game, their stats can be reduced down to what's basically unplayable. That's a good incentive to not die. The only way to cure them is with researches down the tech tree. They're fairly rare, expensive, take a long time to research. There's a different one for each fatal wound. So a clumsy player only interested in the story isn't going to get very far.
Oh, shit. That's some heavy consequences. Goddamn. I couldn't imagine playing.
This game is... This game is either brutally hard or baby food easy. There's literally zero in between.
Well, Jesus, Dark Souls, eat your heart out. This has
Yeah,
heavier consequences
exactly.
than that does. That's hard to pull off.
Yeah, no, you can just
Oh,
lose
shit.
your like 20-hour playthrough just because you died a couple times. I don't even understand how the karma system works, and the wiki isn't that great at explaining it either. So
Fuck.
Unless they
Eh?
bring a friend.
And fucking how high were you to make this game this high?
Are they saying that in English for you?
Yeah, perfect English.
I
Dude, it's English.
no, dude, I'm telling you, it's doing it in a different language for me.
You guys ever played Silent Hill?
Why is he people wielding hammers?
This
Oh,
game
it
can be
looks like
complete.
basically like a wannabe like Pyramid Head almost. Or like a murderous butcher.
Why is he people wielding hammers?
This game can be completely played in co-op. It has a 32 player limit. 32. You can use your character from single player and multiplayer, so you're building up your character for both modes no matter what you're playing. If you're doing a campaign mode, only one person can get dialogue at a time, so the fun is fighting off hordes of difficult enemies. I was surprised that the co-op multiplayer is still alive. When I played on public servers, there were still random people coming in and out. There are also competitive multiplayer modes, but all the ones I saw were dead. The single player can be fun, but the multiplayer is even better. Ultimately, I think this game's greatest strength is giving you a fun set of powers to play with in a big playground. So for all its issues, how is the story? Without spoilers, I'll say it's interesting and something that works best in a video game, but bad translation is a problem and that fan patch doesn't fix things. So if you're ready to embark upon the cycles of guilt, keep watching. Otherwise, go to this time to skip spoilers. You good? Okay. If I had to describe the plot visually, it would be this. Not what I expect.
Groundhog Day, Enemy, and Ghost in the Shell. Huh. Okay. That's an interesting mix mash to line it up with.
So here's the details. Throughout the game, Commander Rimina sends you on your missions, but most of them are about sabotaging the Jian. You often disguise yourself as one, setting off terrorist attacks or assassinating people as one of them. This is the commander's way of trying to demonize them so they can be removed. But there are a lot of things that don't add up throughout this. Your mentor seems pretty suspicious of what you and the commander are up to, but he doesn't do anything about it. He seems interested in finding out things for himself, but seems kind of powerless to do anything about the events. In a way, so are you. A character died in front of me at one point, then appeared again the next mission like nothing happened. He just says, "I'm here sooner than you expected, huh?" But then he's just killed again. You can save him in the previous mission, but not this one. He dies no matter what. This doesn't make sense, but characters are acknowledging this is happening. There are conflicting reports about characters being alive or dead. People are speculating on the nature of reality. People remark that you monologue a lot. There's also a few chatty, non-hostile demons. Some just tell stories, but the one who talked about his cycles of guilt is probably the most relevant. After you talk to the, God Emperor on Mars, well, he's unimportant. You only have 3 main options to choose from. Following your commander's orders means killing off your mentor, followed by assaulting the GN temple with your culter allies Order 66 style, until other culters come and say you're betraying the organization and that Rimina is rogue. And you know, that leads to the best line in the game. It's debatable. No matter what ending you choose, whether it's helping your mentor, the commander, or the Federation, it always ends the same way. Your mentor is killed and you have to assault the temple. No matter what, you have to kill Rimina. The credits of the game are on an altar in the room where he dies. But when you leave it, you're taken back to the temple. People basically tell you that his office has been empty for years. But if you go back to the room where you killed him, there's a portal that leads to the weird dream. Your commander, the mentor, and a character only known as Mysterious are there. They ask you about learning anything and consequences and the nature of reality. When you leave this dream, guess where you are? It threw you into New Game Plus. The only way to get the true ending is to beat the game 3 times with each ending with the same character. So I just went ahead and did that. Each playthrough basically lets you play through one new map. Before you fight the commander, a mysterious character will appear and give you a new psi power. When you restart a game a 3rd time, there's a portal in the cave that takes you to the true ending. Now here's where things get really odd. One of the demon enemies is there, but this time it's a character. She says you should recognize her, but that your guilt prevents you from doing so. What's this all about? She says that you're trapped in your cycles of guilt, and unless you're paying attention to the side babbling of some characters, you're not going to know what's happening. There's a character in the temple who's not flagged for importance called the Traveler of Worlds. There was a high priestess who was a wife of an important member of the order, but she decided to dick around and explore the forbidden zone beneath the temple. He then explains that, as punishment, his husband had her eyes put out and then she was tortured to death. It sounds like the recurring enemy. If you decide to find your mentor and talk to him between missions, he mentions talking to your wife. You never see her, and as far as I know, it's the only mention of her. The Traveler mentions that the husband was forever changed by this. So the game isn't literally what's happening. You, the mentor, and the commander are the same person. You're the one who's trapped in the cycles of guilt. A really basic high school philosophy lesson is the allegory of the cave. If you've never heard it, to summarize it, some people raised in a cave think shadows on the wall are reality. Except unlike that story, you never leave the cave. You're always in the cave. This
Oh. At first, before he laid all this down, you know, actually, I'll get your thoughts, first on it. Like, when you first heard all this stuff, or first encountered all this in game, what were your thoughts immediately?
Oh, low key, I just played it for the gameplay and I quit after the first ending. I had no
So-
idea this was a part of it.
So the story was just like, whatever to you?
Yeah, no, I skipped through dialogue, bro. Like,
Okay.
so, and I literally had no idea this game had a true ending and a false ending.
Not to mention a
So all
secret,
this is new content. Yeah.
like a secret path towards getting a.
This game is so incredibly. I played through it and I probably only played like actually about like, I don't know, like 13% of the content, I would imagine. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I didn't play any of the multiplayer. I literally just played this one run through the single player. I think I died. Well, I didn't die, but like I lost so many stats that I couldn't continue like once and had to restart. But yeah, no, I thought it was fun. I just didn't pay attention to anything because generally I don't.
My first initial thought upon hearing like the basics, bare bones of the story in the beginning was like, so they're trying to use just nonsensical randomness to make it seem like a deep and complicated plot. I swear to God, I have been ruined by, having to witness so many absolutely just bullshit games nowadays with stories that make zero sense. I think it is like I think it's shaped my immediate perceptions of anything that has a plot beyond like steps 1 through 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this game is like intentionally nonsensical though, because this game is like largely a joke.
Well,
If that wasn't obvious.
I get that part. It's just that like the fact that's my default now. I'm a poisoned well when it comes to when it comes to nowadays.
Something modern games. Something.
Yeah, something modern games, something wokeism, something whatever leftist propaganda crap, something. Like, I swear to God.
Dude was right about everything. After I did some looking up on the concept, it turns out it's a Far Eastern thing. It's like reincarnation but related to Buddhism and, if you change 2 letters around, it sounds like something else. In fact, there's a lot of anagrams in this game. I learned about all these other connections after talking with veteran players because I couldn't find that off the top of my head. All I caught was the cave thing, the plot about the wife. So how does that end? Well, you can choose to pass beyond the frontier to try and find peace. Peace looks like this dump. There's nothing else here, you have to quit out by yourself, and your wife warned you not to break the seal. So if you break the seal, you escape the isolation back into the cycles of guilt. I think there's a few things that could have happened here. The developers might have had a substance-filled night of playing 40k games and then had some kind of spiritual experience, or they just lacked the assets and budget to make a really good long game, so they just found a way to repeat it and make it interesting. Either way, I haven't seen something like this in a game before, but I got dangerously close to doing an actual story analysis there, so I have to read this. Rimina's deep and multi-layered character compellingly contextualizes the rest of the experience, making it truly memorable. I feel so sick. In the end, Divine Cybermancy is the roughest gem there ever.
What? That's the what? God damn. Talk about fluff. That's some real fluff right there.
Was, but it's still a gem. It's still not a game I can recommend to everyone. It took me a few tries to get into it. If you're willing to pass a sheer cliff of a learning and story curve, you might have a good time with it. It's definitely worth it for the co-op alone. On Steam, it goes for $10 full price. For someone like me, that was more than worth it. For the next video, I'm still looking at requests. I still need some time with Elite Dangerous.
Excuse me, boy, but you violated the NAP.
Maybe a really long time. So
Elite Dangerous kind of reminds me of it was a video game from the early 2000s, I believe. If I remember correctly, it was early 2000s. Might have been late 90s. No, it was early 2000s. It was called The Fringe. Actually, let me see if there's any incarnation of that. The Fringe video game. Tachyon, that's what it was called. Tachyon the Fringe. Yeah, that's right. It was a pretty good space combat game too. I quite enjoyed it. It was pretty great. I liked it. Yeah, it's called Tachyon. Bub. God, this takes me back. There was like a back in the day, there wasn't like advertisements everywhere. There wasn't like, every single click was like 1,000 advertisements or something like that, or redirects or nothing like that. If there was advertisements, they were on the page, but they weren't like in your face or obstructing nothing. They had their own little sections on web pages and stuff. So back in the day, there wasn't a lot of advertisement. How they would get people to get games and buy games was either through like whole media, like advertisement, in a special niche of it, like GameStop back in the day and all that, or there were these demos. And the first time I played Tachyon the Fridge, I almost said Tachyon the Fridge. Sounds like a space wrestler's name or some shit. Tachyon the Fridge. He's elemental size. Anyway, first time I encountered this game was its demo. And it was a demo attached to... God, it was a demo that was included with another game. I, for the life of me, could not remember this other game. But I thought it was pretty cool back in the day. Anyway, let's continue.
Until then, keep giving me ideas of what you want to see. Thanks for watching.
Oh, damn, it's over already.
That's what happens when you put it in 2 times speed.
Well, I put it 1.25.
Oh, yeah.
1.25, yeah, 1.25 speed. All right, well, that was pretty cool. That was pretty
Clip
neat.
it.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely clipping this. And thank
Yeah.
you, Stuka, for the recommendation through Discord. Link in the description box down below. But yeah, that was, I'm intrigued, to say the least.
It only took an hour.
Yeah, that's that's just
about
how
standard.
that's the
That's just how it be.
that's just the modus operandi of this operation.
I just want to do the we did it, Reddit.
We did it, Reddit. That's great. That's great. Do. Oh, damn, that Love Bites one is at 1.2K already.
All your Love Bites stuff tends to get the views. Probably because you're like the only guy doing it currently, I think.
I don't know.
Speaking of which, actually, hold up.
Pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, it's this one.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm uploading the clip.
Oh, you're doing it now. I thought you did them after stream.
No, I'm just doing it right now. Just getting it out of the way, really.
That's fair. So I have all 3 I have a replacement ogre book coming in because my supplements book got damaged. So unfortunately, I had to get rid of it. So I have all the other three though, the 3 compilations. I know you have no idea what any of this is, but you will learn, young one.
There we go. All right, now to do the A/B testing thingamajigs.
What A/B testing?
Where it's like it tests out like different
Thumbnails and stuff.
yeah.
I don't know. Just slap your face and my profile pic on it.
All right. This is how it works. This is how it works.
You could say like old veteran and impressionable Gen Z or something. I don't know. Doesn't AI do most of it now?
This thing, as far as I'm aware, no. It's just a computer program like what is it called? What it does is it attaches to your YouTube things and helps you out. But it's not an AI.
Huh. I haven't uploaded a YouTube video in I don't even remember how long, so.
Hopefully that's the right tag. Can't tell if it is or not.
Yeah, no, but on the player base of Ogre, I say there's like roughly 1,000 because essentially the game has been abandoned even by its own designer. Quick history lesson. There's this guy called Steve Jackson. He's the American Steve Jackson. The British Steve Jackson at the same time founded GW. So it's really hard to it's really annoying to search up American versus the British Steve Jackson. But anyways, Ogre is pretty much his first game like that he got the rights to, and it was kind of his golden goose and baby for a while until the money stopped flowing in. So now he's pretty much abandoned it.
That makes sense.
For a game called Munchkins, which is it's the golden goose of his company, but it's like it's literally slop. Like that's the point of it, is that it's just a trading card slop. I hate it. I can't stand it, and it has effectively killed Ogre. Like we got our last miniature set was in 2024, and they've been doing everything through Kickstarters. So there's no stock available, and I hate like funding Kickstarters. It's the worst. Love the game though. I just hate that Steve Jackson refuses to give the license out to anyone and refuses to stock product. So it's impossible to get anyone into the game because they can't buy anything.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And it's even worse because like everything is reasonably priced. Like he likes Ogre, it just doesn't bring in any money, so it's turning supplies into warehouse space because there's like an estimated 1,000 actual current players that if something was released would actually buy any of the product.
Yeah. When things die, they tend to really die.
Yeah, well, it came back in a big way with the Designer's Edition Kickstarter in like 2016 or like 2012. And then it was pretty healthy and alive from 6th edition drop up until pretty much now. Like up until 2022, you could pretty much get everything you needed. But kind of after that, all the stock went away on Amazon and they were out of backlog. And currently, you can't even buy the core game anymore because they're out of stock. But you sure can buy Munchkin cards. Ooh, buddy. My favorite. All right, tangent aside. Let's
Technical
do it.
review, Ogre GEV. Isn't GEV like ground
Effect vehicle.
Okay.
GEV was a supplement made for Ogre that focused on the tank to tank combat, the traditional forces, alongside a game called Battlesuit. But GEV would just get rolled back in, essentially. So they took all the GEV stuff and just put it back in the base game because they were the same game. Just one of them used the Ogre and the other one only used conventional forces. But they just rolled them back in. So that's why it's often referred to as Ogre slash GEV.
Okay.
It's the same game for all intents. It's just that searching up Ogre is annoying. So if you search up GEV, you will get Ogre.
All right.
Very TLDR.
Ogre was released in 1977 as a single-scenario hex-encountered game. In that game, which subsequently became the first scenario in later versions, one player controls a single, massive, cybernetic tank, the Ogre. The Ogre has its own record card, which indicates the range of weapons at its disposal and records which systems have been destroyed, or how many missiles it's fired, or how much damage has been done to its treads, which slow it and eventually immobilize it. The Defender controls a force of armoured vehicles and infantry, 20 infantry and 12 armoured units in the original.
Okay, so it's basically like a single scenario microgame.
That's what it started as. Then they released a 40-pound designer's edition. 40 pounds of tokens and the like.
Okay.
It has very humble origins, though. Yes.
It kind of reminds me of like an old school boss fight.
Yeah, it's from that era, definitely. It's incredibly old.
Well, I mean, that
it's one of the.
It came out in.
It's one of the
77,
first. 76.
Okay.
76/77, depending on who you ask.
All right.
Scenario, which are tasked with defending a command post on the northern side of the board. Each unit is represented by a counter, which indicates its movement, its attack strength, the range of its weapons, and its defense value. Obviously, I'm using miniatures here to represent them. I have the counter values on the underside of each model. This is fundamentally a board game, though I'd only ever played it once as such, and it's mostly hitting the table because a club member recently donated a large number of unpainted miniatures, which Steve Jackson Games introduced as a way of capitalising on the success of the original board game. Ogre was subsequently followed by a game called GEV. There are actually other games set in the same general setting. GEV was subsequently folded back into the Ogre game, and in the process it added scenarios and rules for conventional forces to engage each other.
So the GEV basically became a playable unit?
Well, no, the GEV was arguably one of the most iconic units of Ogre. It's a very important unit, but no, that GEVs already existed before this. They just got their own separate game.
Oh, okay.
Or for players to fight with a mixed force of ogres and conventional troops. But just for the moment, we're going to focus on how the strategic dynamic works in the basic scenario, which I think is a useful thing to hang a tactical review around. A conventional force trying to stop a single ogre. Ogre is a CRT game, which when it was made in the 70s was completely normal, but nowadays is a bit of an oddity. In a CRT game, you resolve attacks by comparing attack and defense strength, rolling a die and looking up a result on a table. For example, two tanks with attack strengths of 4 combine their fire on a secondary battery of an ogre, which has a defense of 3. That is 8-3, which because you round down in CRT games means you look at the 2-to-1 odds column. The attacker will then roll a d6. An NE has no effect. A D would temporarily disable an armoured vehicle but has no effect on ogres, and an X will destroy one of the secondary batteries. I think the CRT is the source of a common criticism of Ogre, that it lacks any tactical depth. To understand this critique, we need to talk about the 1-to-1 rule and why it's counterintuitive. If, in the example we just gave, we had, instead of taking a single 2-to-1 shot at the ogre, split the conventional forces so that they took 2 1-to-1 shots, the odds would improve significantly. They would have a 5 in 9 rather than a 1 in 2 chance of destroying the battery, and they would have the possibility, 1 in 9, of destroying 2 batteries. On average, the expected results would improve by 33%. And that is essentially universally true in the game. Gut instinct suggests to you that you increasing your odds should be a good thing, but it's not. In 99% of circumstances, shots above 1-to-1 are less effective and less efficient. So you should always try to divide your fire to ensure odds at 1-to-2 or 1-to-1. And yes, that's going to feel frustrating when you roll a 4 or a 2 and miss by a point. And yeah, it feels like an odd design choice because fundamentally it renders the CRT largely irrelevant. You could do all of this just with target numbers. But as I said, in 1977, CRTs were just a normal way of representing these things. I doubt any actual thought went into tactics or trade-offs in the combat results table. But the result nowadays is when CRTs aren't normal, is that people look at this, see it's irrelevant, and assume the game lacks tactical depth. That is a mistake. There was clearly never a design intention for there to be any tactical choices in the actual CRT. The game's tactical and strategic play is in other aspects. So let's start with the first real tactical consideration in the scenario. Should you target an ogre's treads, which will immobilize it, or its weapons, which will disarm it? To make clear, in the basic scenario, you have to immobilize the ogre. Even without its weapons, it's still a 100-ton cyber tank, and at full speed, it can reach the command post in just 8 turns, and if necessary, ram it to destroy it. Attacking treads doesn't use the CRT. Yeah, I know. Instead, you hit on a 5 or 6 and do damage equal to the attack strength of the firing unit. The Mark III Ogre has 45 treads, which means you need, over the course of the game, to make attacks whose attack value sums up to about 135 points. The conventional forces in the basic scenario have 20 infantry and 12 armour, which will vary from 44 to 68 points of attack. So, the conventional forces require only 3 rounds of shooting to disable an ogre. But an ogre is capable of dishing out a fair amount of fire itself. The Mark III has 2 missiles, which will likely destroy one unit and disable another before they engage, and 16 points of batteries, which, given the way the odds in the game work, will typically eliminate about 6 points of the conventional force's attack value and temporarily disable 6 more every round. Then it has 8 points of anti-personnel weapons, which are going to typically eliminate 3 infantry squads a turn. Returning to the conventional force we looked at earlier, that means it will not in fact do 58 points of damage a turn. After the ogre's first strike, it will be able to bring about 39 points of attack to bear on the treads, and dropping in subsequent rounds after that. That will give you a chance of immobilising the ogre in 5 to 6 rounds, but the diminishing effectiveness of the conventional forces fire makes it a pretty close run thing. If the ogre gets in a good first hit, or the conventional forces don't get terribly lucky on the first couple of attacks, then they'll probably be destroyed before they successfully immobilise it.
You know what this kind of sounds like? Someone playing like the Eldar in Warhammer 40k. Because the Eldar are like notoriously a glass cannon. It's either you supremely screw the enemy up or you get completely screwed up the whole time.
That's sort of what happened. See, the difficulty with Ogre is that you can't. So you can sort of the Ogre when you play, it's hard to describe unless you've played the game. But the Ogre feels unstoppable. Like you can't effectively screen it mostly. You cannot slow it down fully. You cannot kill it either. You can only disable it, and your stuff just gets chewed through constantly. But also, on the flip side, it feels like if you're playing the Ogre, you just get immediately evaporated. I don't know. It's a really weird feeling. But yeah, it's weird because everything feels tanky because you need to damage everything on a 5+ essentially. So you're going to be missing a lot. But whenever you do hit or you do get lucky, stuff folds. I don't know. It's a really interesting dynamic that I haven't really seen repeated anywhere else.
So it's more like kind of like trying to hit that one faulty like leftover design building window on a super heavy like dreadnought or something.
Yeah, basically it's like 2 people slugging it out, and like 70% of the punches don't do anything, but oh man, that 30%, those hurt.
That's,
Like
I mean,
someone gets a shot on the liver, and then it's just downhill from there. It's like nothing happens, and then one big turn essentially changes everything, and then boom. And that's just with the conventional scenario, because this game has a ton of filler that you can just add on top of this. But this is just a dissection of the core game, more so. I don't know. I think stuff like this is neat, personally. I don't know if other people do.
well, I mean, it is like fairly small and simple.
Yeah, it sorta. He'll get to that, because the rules for ramming are, because the ogre is 100 tons and it can ram units, but gotta wait and see how that works out, because there's a lot of pain points. Like the CRT table is generally one of the things that gets replaced the most often when people are playing, because it's incredibly counterintuitive. It also feels terrible because you have to roll 5 or 6s for both sides, basically. So it kind of feels bad when you roll 20 dice and nothing happens.
Oh, brother.
And the
Like-
ogre will advance 8 to 9 hexes after the shooting starts. It only needs to get into missile range, so if you engage it too late, you might not stop it at all. Which gives us 2 tactical dynamics. The ogre player is trying to minimize its engagement profile, force the conventional troops to engage piecemeal. And the conventional forces, once an ogre player starts to understand that, need to start engaging the weapons. They've got to remove some of the ogre's capacity to shoot in order to last long enough to take out the treads. The weapons on an ogre have defense values of 4, 3, 3, and 1, and the main worry are the main and secondary batteries. Attacked at 1-to-1, each shot gives a 1 in 3 chance of disabling a battery. The 39-point first hit we discussed earlier would typically eliminate the main battery and 2 or 3 of the secondaries. Now, the ogre is still dangerous, and in the basic scenario, you don't have time to disable the anti-personnel weapons, so your infantry are going to suffer. But without the firepower to successfully engage your armour, the tracks should become a lot easier to engage. As this kind of hints at, the strategy here is really about positioning. For example, this is a very bad position for the ogre to finish its move in. The conventional forces will be able to execute a swarm on the following turn where they bring all of their troops to bear in a single attack. But the ogre didn't need to be in this position. At least early in the game, the ogre is relatively fast. If instead of going directly towards the centre of the enemy force, it had set up a glancing attack, only a section of the conventional forces would have been able to engage it. Similar principles apply on the other side. For example, GV's ground effect vehicles, hover tanks basically, have an additional movement phase. You move all of your units, GVs move 4 hexes, then you fire all of your weapons, then after you've done that, all of your GVs can move again, this time 3 hexes. So a GV can move into range, fire at the ogre, then move again so it's out of range on the ogre's own turn. Initially, that's not going to be particularly effective. The ogre's main battery fires 3 hexes and the ogre moves 6 hexes, and the GEV can't finish more than 5 hexes away. But once the main battery is disabled and the ogre's speed is reduced by 1, properly positioned GEVs become impossible to engage, and this hit-and-run tactic becomes particularly effective.
This kind of reminds me of certain scenario building exercises I've done.
How so?
Well, this is way back in the day, and I've only seen the same few systems a couple of times since. But basically, for these trainings, what they did was that they took tactical level squads, and they basically, so it's all computer based. It's an isolated server, right? So all the computers, terminals, everything in that building only works within that building. None of it's connected to the outside. So it's a really isolated system. And basically, it runs off of generative scenarios, and you have to basically plan out everything you're going to do compared to what you see the enemy on the map doing, and then you have to let that scenario play out. I'm trying to simplify the shit out of it. But basically, they put a bunch of, like, ground level grunts, myself included, on computers inside a very isolated, very contained computer system, with terminals for every one of us. And they pitted us all against each other in, like, if I remember correctly, it was 8 different teams. And we all had to, like, bracket and, like, fight each other. And then whoever got to the top was, like, going to be the last 2 teams. And basically on the computer, you would have to figure out what because it looks very similar to this, except it looks more like topographical maps and there's no hexes. And the capabilities of each thing, whether it be like a infantryman or any type of ground vehicle or aerial vehicle or artillery, or mobile artillery or mortars, whatever, right? Each one of them has pre-programmed capabilities and limitations based upon, average stuff they do in real life, right? And what you would do is that in the scenario that it gives you from the PC, that it generates from the other guys doing their planning and stuff and starting to move things, all you see is the results of it. And then you have to do a scenario off of that for yourself and your squad. And basically it's very similar to this in many ways, because it's like it's strategic positioning, scenario building, or, well, I guess training in a way. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of cool, kind of fun, because we had like for each one of our squads, all right, we were assigned to a colonel, and a few of them were generals. So you had like actual field, like you had actual like higher, like like full-on grade officers in charge of this, but with combat grunts being the ones that do the input. So, like, yeah, like that's what this reminds me of.
There's remarkable similarities between that and a game called Battlesuit, which is because Ogre is a extrapolations. It's at 285th scale, and your view of the game is the commanders directing their units. Like an Ogre square is like, I think it's like 1,000 kilometers long or something, and each unit represents companies. The Ogre is a single unit. That's just how large they are. But like the infantry battalions, that's like full companies of tanks and GEVs.
Okay.
But the game Battlesuit is the like man-to-man squad combat, and it works. It also has topographical maps, 0 hexes, and you do kind of pre-plan your turns, not entirely, but pretty similar. Like a lot of cross references there, I feel.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It gives me a little bit of a nostalgia trip. Last time I had anything to do with anything like that was in I want to say it was 2014. Yeah, it might have been 2014-ish or 2015-ish, one of the two, close around there somewhere. But yeah, it was kind of fun. You'd like plug in the commands to what the units are supposed to do, and you got to set up every single unit what they're going to do, but then you press the play button, and then the whole scenario plays out. It was pretty neat.
And these positional things can be quite subtle. For example, early in the scenario, when the Ogre is still relatively fast, there are 2 specific hexes which are more vulnerable to infantry attack than any others. Infantry can only attack from an adjacent space, so they need to get close to the Ogre. But the Ogre has range 1 anti-personnel weapons which will chew them up pretty badly. The hexes to the front and side are particularly vulnerable. These hexes here. If the ogre continues straight on, it will no longer be in range to fire its anti-personnel weapons, but the infantry will still be close enough to move next to the ogre again in the following round and take more shots. This contrasts with the other 4 hexes around the ogre. The hexes to the rear of the ogre will leave the move 2 infantry trailing a move 3 ogre. The hex directly in front will allow the ogre to close assault the infantry without having to deviate from its main objective. In fact, this is a pretty good guide as to whether you're getting the game at a tactical level. If in your first games, the ogre moves directly towards the command post in a straight line and destroys it, you are not playing the conventional forces well. If it moves directly in a straight line to the command post and it is stopped, you are not playing the ogre well. The ogre should be weaving about, both because it's seeking a positional advantage and because the conventional forces are obliging it to change course. Okay, I think that's enough meat for a tactical review. A lot of the tactics and strategy of ogre are not in the places you might expect them to be at first reading the rules. But I also need to tackle a few other things. I mentioned that the ogre could close assault infantry blocking its path. Well, like all games, an element of getting good at this is knowing the rules, and there are issues here. You see, this position is legal if you use some rules, and not legal if you use others. Ogre has 2 completely different sets of close assault rules, both included in the main rulebook, not in the section on optional rules. They are incompatible, but cross-reference each other, and connect to 2 also incompatible sets of stacking rules. I'm not going to go into any details here, other than to say my general preference is the overrun rules. And as that suggests, Ogre as a system has accreted a lot of bloat in its rules over the last 4 decades, and there has been no serious attempt to consolidate or rationalise the material. There are multiple targeting exceptions, a bunch of units that don't conceptually fit, several different combat resolutions, other than the already clunky 2 I've mentioned in the form of the CRT and attacks on the treads. There are basically only 4 scenarios, and yet there are multiple pages of rules to cover different elements of them. I would suggest the bloat is so bad that the rulebook in its 6th edition is about twice the length it actually should be. And of course, there are issues with the original rules themselves.
God damn, I was talking about fluff much earlier.
Yeah,
Jesus, that's
there's
a lot
like
of fluff.
so in the actual game, there's probably like 3 things you need to reference on a regular basis, and that's just movement, the CRT table, and then overrun rules, because no one really plays with ramming. So, but included in the core rules are 2 entirely different ways to play, and they do cross-reference each other on how they're both supposed to work. It's peak. I don't know what to say. So basically, the ramming rules are the more simpler one, and they were introduced with Ogre. But due to the fact that they rolled GEV back in, GEV had an entirely different system called Overrun that was way more detailed than ramming. And that's what most people use now. But for some reason, they left the ramming rules in, but not as like an optional, simpler rule. So they're both officially supported. So they're both in the main rulebook, and they both cross-reference each other. There's a lot of that in Ogre, which is what happens when your sci-fi system is like 50 years old.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
So that you know, there is a video game implementation on Steam, and it includes a 10-scenario campaign you can play against the computer. A lot of the game's clunkiness really shows here. You have to make multiple mouse clicks to resolve each attack and wait for several seconds for each attack, and it wears. In its defense, in the early 1980s, players were much more tolerant of making large numbers of tedious dice rolls without any meaningful input. To put it in perspective, you might have to make 20 plus dice rolls in a round to resolve all of your attacks in Ogre.
So basically, before attention deficit disorder was a widespread, trendy thing to have.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind it because I also like BattleTech. So, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you're basically a failed Zoomer at this point.
Oh, I wouldn't say failed. I'd more say under new management.
Just join the pretend boomer crowd. You'll fit right in.
I don't want to be Gen X.
No, you don't. We're breaking down and we're dying very fast. So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
But in BattleTech, you could end up making more
BattleTech Total Warfare. At least it's not this bad. Well, I mean,
than 20 dice rolls to resolve the fire of a single weapon on a single unit. To use a comparison which I think is fair, Space Hulk is also a science fiction game which centres around asymmetric forces that became popular in the 1980s and is frequently played with miniatures. But where Space Hulk, in its most recent edition, has been very systematically streamlined and the bloat of multiple expansions has been stripped away, no one has done that with Ogre. At its core, Ogre is a clever, asymmetric and quite elegant game. Steve Jackson is entirely justified in having considerable pride in it. And it's well worth playing in some form. But it's also a game that labours under some, in hindsight, just damned odd design decisions, which seem almost perversely aimed at reducing the game's tactical depth. And the whole thing is covered in a barnacle-like layer of rules accretion from the last few decades.
It kind of sounds like sometimes when talking about like how clunky certain things are, it just sounds like people got to a certain point where they were like, you know what? As long as we end up with a finished product at the end, fuck it.
I have so many great things. Hold up. Let me get the Ogre book. Let me read you off some great things that have just been included in this game for no particular reason.
Oh, good dearie,
so
good gosh.
there's literally spider people. Like just cause Steve Jackson thought it'd be cool. Like there is just a race of alien spiders in Earth as an option. Why? I don't know. It's just there. You can play Starship Troopers. That's why it exists.
Are they like called the Arachne or something?
Yes, literally.
Literally.
They are just the bugs from Starship Troopers.
They're called Arachne?
Okay, hold up. Let me get the actual name.
I was going to say, if they're actually just called Arachne, I mean, I should probably try my luck with the lottery tomorrow. I'm just saying.
It's not in GURPS Ogre. It's not in the Ogre book. It's in Ogre Zine 1 and 2. Let me find them. Is it in Ogre Zine 2? No, it's in the Ogre book. Flipping through the tomes right now.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to finish this one out.
Anyway, it has provided me with an entertaining miniatures project, and though the computer version wasn't really a challenge, it was reasonably interesting, and the game does appear to have been appreciated at the club. So, it's all round a relatively positive review. But for now, thank you for listening, and here endeth the lesson.
Oh, damn, it's over already. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, found it. Oh, no, they're the tarantuloids.
Tarantuloids. Okay.
Yep. And they aren't canon because there's like 14 different ogre like universes. I would not post this video, by the way. I don't want the ogre community coming after me.
Well, if they do, it'll give the channel some attention. So, I mean, hey, fire away. He's on the Discord if you want him. I'm on
the Discord as well.
There's the bait. Anyway,
I did probably butcher some things.
That being said and put out there.
Yeah. I'm also not one of the guys who's been collecting it since the start. Like some of these people, like I don't think I've met more dedicated fan. There's this one guy who genuinely has like 5,000 ogres of the miniatures. Like he bought the entire stock of them, of what was left. I am not joking. Like, you think 40k fans are dedicated? You've not seen the half of it. And he has all of them painted.
Well, I mean, it is a dead franchise, so...
It's not dead, per se.
That's some dedication. Okay, the heart beats once every, 1,000 generations. That's basically dead.
Well, we might be getting Nihon Ogres soon. Maybe. They said they were going to do it. It's been 7 years, and they haven't.
Yeah,
but they said they're getting to it.
That's most likely never happening.
Israel is a state that exists, and they have their own ogre, by the way.
Oh,
and North America, who is just America, who is the Combine, of course supports them. The irony is not lost on me. They sent them ogres.
Of course.
And they're called the Golem. They're just they're basically a Mark III that's like a fencer. You have no idea what those words mean. But yeah, it's really funny. Anyways, well, if you're gonna play some Battlefield 6, I'm gonna pop off the VC then. You know how it is.
I
Because it
get
is
you.
also 10 p.m. and I got work tomorrow, unfortunately.
Oh, shit. Well, then, have a good night. Thank you for joining me.
Yep, thank you for getting all the reacts done today. Is kind of impressive.
Well, I just was like, well, I got everything else done, and my success at trying to apply my zero-sum programming knowledge to making a video game has been failing all day. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Well, your backlog's gone, so now the people will request more. It never ends.
Indeed. And it gives me something to
I
do.
told them
So
to
thank
stop.
you, everybody. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. It gives me something to do. I am literally a loser in every part of my life except this one. Well, okay, and except
I was about to say, even in this one,
I was also gonna say except for, because I remember you reminded me the other time. You were like, because I drown and you're dying of thirst.
Oh yeah.
Right.
In that one specific category, yes.
Which, I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me still, but I just roll with it at
I
this
don't know,
point.
man. I don't even understand it, bro. It just is what it is, I guess.
You know what I did
much
this
you
morning?
can do about it.
You know what I did this morning? So I went for a walk. I was up at like 6 something for no reason. Literally no reason. I didn't have an alarm. I didn't tell myself, I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock and then go to sleep. That does work sometimes, by the way. But yeah, no, I had nothing at all. I got up at 6 for no reason. Couldn't get back to sleep. So I went for a walk. I went for a 10-mile walk. It took me like 3 hours. And I stopped at one of the gas stations is like halfway down one of the main streets here in El Paso. And I went in there just because I forgot to bring water with me. I had everything else. I had my kangaroo pouch, and I had my gun and everything, and my ID and all that shit, and headphones and all that. I forgot water. So I stopped by to get like a free water bottle, a free like water cup from a gas station. And so I'm there getting it. And the worker girl, right, who's like stocking the shelves and shit, is like asking me questions and stuff. And I'm just sitting there waiting to fill up my water because there's a bunch of freaking people in there at like, I think it was at like 8 o'clock when I was in there. Shit ton of people, a lot of traffic. But yeah, and so she's just chatting me up the whole time. And I'm thinking she's just being nice and jovial with me. And then I go to, because the last thing she asked me is like, she was like, well, why don't you just buy a water bottle? And I was like, well, I prefer to be frugal, and this is free, and the cup's free. So thank you very much for your service. I appreciate it. And she like laughed at about that, or did she laugh at like my delivery? I don't know. One of the two. Something I said or did made her think I was funny. And the next thing I know, she's asking to add me on a bunch of social media shit. And I was like, oh.
She wants that BCPD.
And I was like, well, sorry, I don't have social media. And I walked away.
Literally dying of thirst.
I mean, she was pretty cute. She looked kind of like,
oh my.
She looked kind of like, oh, what's her name? She's,
You really don't make the most of your situation, do you?
Well, they're all dangerous, death traps with legs. Do you blame me?
Yeah. No, I understand.
I sometimes take advantage of it. I do. But I make sure it's limited.
Yeah,
and it's
I get it.
I'm not shitting where I eat, and they're not going to know where I live or follow me home or none of
Yeah.
that shit. Because I've had that
Well,
happen.
especially if they don't know your name or anything.
Oh yeah, I just tell all of them like some nickname or some shit I had, like Tino when I was
Yeah,
boxing.
Exactly.
I'm
You
like,
know what
hey,
I mean?
I'm called
See,
Tino.
anyways, I'm
See
gonna pop
what?
off.
What were we gonna say?
No, I literally, I'm just trying to pop off. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Also,
okay, I
don't post the ogre clip. I'm begging,
Oh, it already got
begging
uploaded.
you. No, it didn't.
Yeah, it
YouTube
did.
didn't notify me. No, it didn't.
Oh, notifications work for you?
Sometimes,
Oh, just sometimes. What would it be like? 50%?
yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yep. Nope. It's not up. Don't you dare post it.
It's going up.
Don't do it.
I hope it lights a fire. That's what I hope.
All 20 people.
All 29, including you.
Okay,
Show
let me
up.
see. Let me see when the last. Let me see when the last video on Ogre was posted. Hold up. Like the last actual video that's in English, because there's like one guy. Okay, let's see. The last one was 5 months ago. See, this is the issue. You have to put Ogre GEV.
Yeah, I tried Ogre by itself first because I was like, oh, let's see if it pops up.
Yeah, the issue is the fantasy race.
Yeah, I was like, huh. Wonder what'll pop up first.
See, those are the top two videos for Ogre. The review and then the tactical review. Those are the... It's actually just too good.
This is some dedication.
Yeah.
And these people are still making videos. Holy shit.
Yeah, go to most recent. Go to filter or recently uploaded. There's this one guy posting battle reports still. Oh, type in Ogre Steve Jackson games. Remove the GEV. Yeah. And uncap it, yeah. And then go to recently uploaded. There's like two guys. Why isn't your thing loading?
What? Damn, that is some dedication. Jesus.
Oh, is it showing up on your screen?
No, not at all. Nothing.
No, hold up. Let me take a screenshot. No, there's this one guy who's just out of nowhere uploading battle reports. His most recent one was a month ago.
Okay.
He's doing it with like... So you know what Grimdark Future is, right? The 40K spin-off game? They have a supplement that fixes the Ogre rules. Like literally. It's just a change in how the dice work, because that's pretty much what most people do.
Interesting.
So he's been posting 500-point battle reports with that. So like the game is like weirdly popular, but incredibly low key. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them things that just everyone knows what Ogre is, but the actual fans of Ogre are very slim.
Okay, that makes sense.
Also, so go into the browser and type in Warehouse 23. I want to show you how dumb the stock is and why no one gets into this game anymore. Warehouse 23.
GURPS?
No, just scroll down. There you go, Warehouse 23. The first one.
Up here?
No. The one that says Warehouse 23 with the link to their website. All right, then go to Ogre. It's on the tops. Yep. Ready to see the stock? It is abysmal. 6th edition, sold out. This is like a quarter of the line, and they are out of books, so they're all PDFs. You can't even get the rule book anymore because it's out of print. The only thing you can buy is miniatures set 1 and miniatures set 4. Or PDFs of everything. Actually abysmal.
Huh. It basically is dead.
Yeah, it's not like... Well, actually, it is pretty much dead, because you know what they did? They released a $9 PDF with everything in the game ever made that can be printed. So you can just do it yourself. Because they decided to stop stocking it entirely. So the game is pretty dead.
That's what it seems like. Shit.
And they have all the 3D prints that they are willing to release for their other game systems, but they won't give us the Ogre 3D files. I don't even know. They've done it for their other games, so they could stop stocking miniatures.
No idea. What's up, funny as fuck? Good morning, Badger. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well. Guten Morgen.
Merry Chrysler.
Love
Merry
the
Chrysler.
thumbnail. Oh yeah, the thumbnail. That's right.
Yeah, the thumbnail's pretty good, actually. You should have died. You should have worn. Are you wearing a Santa cap right now? I'm not actually on the stream.
No,
you should.
I'm not. I don't have one either.
You should invest in one.
I don't got the money for that. If I find one for
All
free,
right,
though,
well-
I'll totally steal it.
I'm gonna pop off, Badger. Have fun on Battlefield 6.
Okay.
Thanks for the content.
See you next
You know, I'll
time.
see you around. See you around, random chatter. Join the Discord.
I think
Yeah.
actually she might already be on Discord. Let me see.
I don't think so. I've been keeping track of who's been joining because you know, they're all conveniently our number of the 6 people who joined originally and have the good rank is slowly getting lost. There's more blue than there is black.
Doesn't surprise me. The channel's dead anyway.
No, the channel's pretty alive. The channel's been growing.
Well, growing.
I don't know
but
what
it's
you're
like,
talking
it's
about.
like a corpse that's gathering like fungus.
I mean, sorta.
It's kind of like that more than anything else. We'll need a
Kinda like
resurrection,
Ogre.
is what it'll be.
Yeah, I'm like the only person under 20 who like plays Ogre. Probably. Like I would bet good money on it that I'm like the one guy who knows how to play it.
Probably. She says, gray old badger. Well, I am old. I just got rid of all the gray.
Yeah, he just magically put all the color back. Okay, for reals this time. I gotta pop off. I'll see you.
All right. See you next time, bub.
Yep.
All right. No one else is there. So what is up? What up? How are things over there? And while I wait for an answer, I'm going to put on some music. Copyright free background music. Where can I get that? I swear to God, YouTube's still gonna copyright me. It's cold here. I wish it was cold here. It's still warm here. It's only 50 degrees. It's like 50 degrees here. It's not cold at all over here. I wish I had your cold. -7 Celsius was at like -20 degrees. I think it's like -20 or -30. It's close to one of those two. Yeah, I wish I had that kind of cold. I wish that the air was full of freaking crystals in the morning. That's what kind of cold I want. I'm jealous. I'm envious of you. I'm a snowman, but I get no snow. Your breath is a mist. Man, I love that stuff so much. I love doing the whole thing where it's like, whew. Well, that sounds great. You gonna be around for a minute? I gotta go use the gentleman's room. But that being said, Mary Massive Christ. Let me see if I can pull that up again. You know that joke I always make about Christ being massive? Well, Mary Massive Christ. Get it? Massive Christ? Bigger than the planet? I mixed a bunch of jokes together as one. I thought it was funny. But yeah, Mary Massive Christ. All right, got some good music playing. But yeah. The power of Christ compels you to enjoy the day of my birth. I was using this to like piss people off online earlier. Because they're like they're anti-Christs and they're anti-religion and anti-Christmas and blah, blah, blah. A bunch of filthy freaking... And so I was like, you know what? Let me make something that pisses them off even more. But anyway, I'll be back. I got to use the men's room, so I shall return. I never change, that's okay. Well, I sometimes pray now. I think that's a change. Well, maybe. I mean, maybe not, maybe. Not sure if that counts, really. I'll be back. Oh. Okay, cool. Very 80s of this one. Very 80s. I have returned. Oh man. How's your Christmas? Mine's, well, I'm alive, so that's something. That's about it, honestly. Spend time with your mom? I talked to mine and sent her a message. I'm too far away to spend time directly with my mom. Oh yeah, I better put the link in chat. White Bat Audio, y'all. White Bat Audio. But yeah, yeah, no, for me, I messaged her first, and then I spoke to her for a few hours. That was her Christmas present. Funny, she lives in the next apartment house. Okay, I get you. She lives very close to you. Yeah, I get you. I get you. Yeah, no, it would be neat if my mom lived nearby, but she don't, and we'll probably never live close to each other ever again. She is getting old. Yep. Same with my mom. I mean, my mom really hung in there until about her late 60s was when things really started taking a nosedive. And her health has only gotten progressively worse, but she's still pretty active. She doesn't let that stop her. But yeah, she's not that 68-year-old that was swimming freaking 5 miles a day anymore. Funny as fuck. That's sad. Which part? The part where she's much older, and so health decline became more rampant, or the part of her being far away and probably never being close again? And I already told my mom this, but I was like, I don't think I'll ever be able to afford to even come to your funeral. And she was like, oh, it's fine. There's nobody else you would want to see there anyway. And I was like, yeah. Funny, my mom is 73. I'm glad she is close. Yeah, well, be happy. Be happy. Hopefully y'all had a jovial time and made merry. But yeah, mine's too far away for me to do nothing at the moment. And I don't see that changing for the foreseeable future. Too bad, so sad. That's just how it goes for me. And her. Mom's been through a lot too. Despite, everything else. Funny, I know your troubled family. Yeah. That's just how it is. But it's not that I wouldn't want to go visit. It's just that I can't afford to. Ain't that some screwed up shit? What's funny is that it is thousands of dollars cheaper for me to move overseas and all the stuff that entails than for me to just go to California. Funny. US is huge. Yeah. From here to California, it's, from here to where my mom lives is about 1,600-ish miles. Or like, or about 1,800 kilometers. Yeah, it's just about 1,800 kilometers. And I can't afford a plane ticket. Can't afford to drive there anymore either. It used to be that driving was cheaper than flying. Now they cost the same. It's so crazy. Funny. 2 hours from my city, I'm in 4 different countries. Yeah, Europe's real small. I remember convoying through Europe during exercises, like NATO exercises and like limited like UN kind of stuff. And just like within 6 hours, we've traveled through like 11 different countries. Funny, flying has become so dangerous. Oh yeah, thus I don't fly anymore. DEI needs to die. The diversity hires are failing. The H-1Bs are failing. Cost of everything's too damn high. And the quality of everything is too goddamn low. So, yeah. I'm glad we seem like we're kind of tiptoeing towards the, like, ultra nationalistic route. Because of all this bullshit. Funny. I'm so scared of flying. Same here. I'm terrified of flying. And I'm terrified of static heights. I hate being in a giant tube in the sky I have no control over. I don't like it. And I've responded to crashes overseas. No thanks. But I'll happily jump out of the plane. Give me a couple parachutes. I'm good. Alright, I'm fine. I swear to God. I can jump out of an aircraft all day. Being inside the sucker sucks. I want to get out of the plane. Funny. Do you join Turning Point USA or are they too much for you? I'll accept anyone that offers me something, honestly. As long as they're not Democrat or leftist, honestly, at this point. Or Islamic. You know, which, I mean, they're technically left as well. But they're like an ultra-conservative left. But yeah, like, TPUSA, well, as they are now, I'd say if they offered me a job, I wouldn't refuse. I mean, I do like a lot of the things they do. It's just that now they've become part of the machine. You know what I mean? They've become another money sink for the you know, for the, they're becoming a money sink for rich corpos who are grifting right, essentially. Pretending to be right. They're called, or like the rhinos, Republicans in name only, or right in name only. Those kind of people are like dumping stuff into TPUSA to to make it another puppet of theirs. And it's real sad to watch. Funny. I know your political view. Yeah. What is it, honey? What is it? What is it, honey? What is it, my big baby? Can you go outside? Here, give me a sec. But yeah, if you know what I mean about that. Can you go outside? Can you go outside? What's up, honey? Good job. Good job, honey. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Good. 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 What is it, baby? He probably needs to go outside. As a Christian and conservative woman, I think they're too much. TPUSA? Well, TPUSA is a big tent. So, big tent is kind of like what the leftists pretend to be, but real. Right? So, big tent is like, we got plenty of room. If you're for these fundamental things, you know, you're accepted too. Right? It's kind of like that. Where there's like more diversity and inclusiveness. That's basically what Big Ten is. Trouble is, though, is that if you're all inclusive, for the most part, you're also opening the door wider for more unknowns or dangerous variables as well. Because then there's more of them, too. So the more you invite in, the more bad elements that will be present. It's an inevitability with humans. Your dog is so cute. Yeah, Layla, she's adorable. She's a pit bull and everybody's terrified of her. Everybody's scared of her. She's my little pity baby. But yeah, I like Charlie Kirk's interview and speeches. Yeah, the dude was phenomenal. He was. He was. It's very unfortunate. Downright sad and absolutely made me mad. And all because leftists just, they want to burn the whole world down. All because of that. They are evil. I'll accept no other label for them. Just like Islam, which is why they get along so well. Funny. I was so embarrassed the German media called him out so badly. Yeah. Then again, I mean, in Europe, all of your media for almost every single country has funding from like the same 10 sources or something like that, so that shouldn't be a surprise, really. The EU is basically used like a leftist tool. I mean, hell, like Europe now as a collective whole is more tyrannical than Russia. Isn't that wild? You can go to Russia and you can say fuck Putin and get away with it. But in Europe, you get arrested for sharing a meme on the internet. It's so crazy to watch this. And I remember when Europe was like the freedom-minded, actual progress-oriented, you know, more free, liberated side of everything. I remember them days. And now they've turned into the opposite. Holy shit. Full circle, I guess. Germany is going downhill. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Well, I don't know. Your AFD party gives me some hope. Your, oh, I forget the actual name of the party. But they give me some little measure of hope for Germany. At this point, I would take an ultra-nationalist, far-right Germany, right, rather than the current incarnation that Germany is right now. Yeah, them. I prefer them over everybody else. Although I can't vote or have my say in German politics, you know, I'm not German. Es tut mir leid. Entschuldigung. But yeah, with things as they are, it's really hard to think of Europe as good guys still. They seem more like an extension of like the Soviet Union that like broke away. Was my boy over at Christmas? No, he's with his mom at his mom's brother's house. I mean, I already had my Christmas with him, so it's fine. It's okay. I am very much accustomed to being alone. Very much so. I'm used to it. Funny. Oh no. Well, I mean, oh yeah, for him, because he's having fun with like his cousins and stuff like that. You know, plus he's probably gonna get presents from some of them. I already gave him his present. You know, I got him a game. A game he thought was really, really super duper cool. And my mother helped to get him something else too. So I gave him some Christmas that I could within my means. And now he's gonna go over there with like his with like 10 family members there, and you know, he'll get more presents. Big hug from me to you. Danke. Yeah, no, I mean, got nothing else going on. Although, very soon here, I'm going to try to lose 30 pounds in a week again. I got challenged by a fellow old man. He didn't believe I was retired till I showed him my retirement ID. But yeah, and he didn't believe we were the same age. Although I was a bit older than him. He didn't believe all the stuff I did. He called it gimmicky. Said it was a gimmick. And I was like, okay. And then we made a bet. I lost 30 pounds in a week instead of 10 days. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, he was shocked as all hell, so now he has to try it. We'll see if he does it though. Usually like when people are kind of stuck with something, they're kind of stuck with it. If they choose that. Funny, no hunger badger. It's not healthy. I know pictures of you when you retired. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Just woke up after a big breakfast earlier in the day. Okay. Merry Christmas, Commander Wolf. Nice to see you too. But yeah, no, funny, freaking, yeah, no, not hunger, right? It's not hunger, you fast. You don't go hungry, you fast. Right? It's totally different. It's not it's not going hungry and that's it. Funny. Go to bed, Badger. No, I'm not tired yet. Nunca. 99999999999. Oh yeah, Wolf, you gonna... Oh wait, you don't have Battlefield. Damn, that's too bad. Watch me light my freaking beard on fire. I'm just like, I'm gonna let that shut off for now. I have Battlefield 6. We played together. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Did you want to play tonight, or you got something else going on? I got nothing really going on. If I'm not doing this, I'll just, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, no, if I'm not doing this, I'm playing some games, or maybe I'll watch some more, what was I watching? I was watching something on Crunchyroll earlier while I was like cleaning, and I came back from my 3-hour walk and was like, kind of unwinding. Oh, okay. Outfit is in. Funny. Outfit is in. I'll see you next time, whenever that ends up being. Oh yeah, and say some prayers for Nelia. One of her friends was murdered recently. That's why she hasn't been streaming. So yeah. Okay, peace. See you later. Cool. Yes, you read. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, you are on the Discord. That's right. Okay. Well, that being said, auf Wiedersehen. Merry Christmas. All right. With that said, I'm gonna play some Battlefield 6. If there's nobody else, that's gonna be here. Oh, my back. Too easy. I'll be on there momentarily. I'll be jumping in very soon here. Oh yeah, I'm down. I'm always down. Play for a bit. I mean, there's literally nothing else going on the live stream. There's nobody else here. It's just you and me. Speaking of which, freaking, I'm gonna do some more homework tomorrow. Probably finish the next 2 weeks of homework in a day. And then after that, do 1,000,000 uploads. Not too easy. It's just gonna be conquest the whole time. No rush really. Wait, did I get the upgrade for my... I don't need a 5x scope. Yeah, I don't need a 5x. Yeah, easy. I've got time. What, I can't just get it? Well, that kind of sucks. Okay. Too easy. Trouble is, it doesn't tell me how many of these I get. Keep it the mine or grab a supply crate. Decisions. Sure, I'll take a sledgehammer. Hmm. Countermeasures or smoke wall for a tank? Which one do you think? What's up?
Alright. Alright. I'd say smoke wall. Like,
Oh,
both of
brother,
the
you are in the shadow realm.
yeah, hold on. Battlefield. There we go. That, better.
Maybe Discord would be a better idea.
Okay, let's see if that works.
Oh, hey, you sound better this time.
Yeah, no, it had me listed as default and not my actual microphone.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, that's a fun trick with having an actual headset that you can move around and walk with. It doesn't have a microphone, and then having it plugged into a separate thing for the actual microphone.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'd recommend the smoke because countermeasures I haven't seen do too much against anything anti-tank related. Most of it's either like most everyone's running around with RPGs, which isn't guided. So if you have a countermeasure, that ain't gonna do shit to it. So it's like, eh.
Hmm. So basically, keep the thermal blocking. Have you seen the? Have you seen the? Shit, my brain's blanking. The ADS or whatever activate on the tanks before in this game?
I have not.
Hmm. I guess I'll try it out for a round. Couldn't hurt.
Yeah, no, it couldn't hurt.
Alternate ammo. You know what? Yeah, I'll do this for now. IFV. Oh, brother. Hard to pick for that one. Thermal block and... reinforced plating. Why not? Want an HMG on that sucker. Alright, cool. Yeah, there's only one option for that thing. I want a heavy machine gun for this sucker. Anti-air? I've already got everything I want on that. Okay, I haven't done enough with this one yet to get anything else. Alright, cool. Well, that being said, you ready to go?
Yep, I'm ready to go.
I'm trying out some new stuff.
Fair enough.
So how was your Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
Huh?
Oh, I thought you said Christmas.
I said, how was your Christmas?
Oh, it was good. Got up and had breakfast, and we already did most of our gift giving on the day before, so it was kind of not much, a whole lot of presents here. We didn't go super crazy.
Just chill, essentially.
Pretty much.
Okay. Let's go.
Back to direct front.
Oh, I was still reloading.
Very good. Drive slowly, we got a whole lot of them right to our right. Back up, back up, back up.
Objective Charlie has been captured by hostiles.
Oh,
All
shit.
right.
Yeah, back there, let me kill you.
Oh shit! They're right behind us. Ah, damn! I couldn't
Fuck.
engage them. Yeah, they were right behind us. They came all the way around.
Yeah, see that? Ah, fuck.
Someone called us tacos. Well, we got pretty far. Let's see. Is there like a tank or something back here?
We need to touch your bullet marked objective.
Okay, cool. I got that guy.
that.
Alright.
Be advised, Delta is under attack.
Oh, damn. They're right at the entrance. Damn it, no, we lost B. That's not good.
Listen in. Hostiles now hold more objectives. Out.
Gonna need to grab that and go get one of them.
Objective Charlie is now under our control.
Oh, damn.
No,
Yeah,
as soon as
drop
I saw
before I
like,
go
as it
anywhere.
turned right. Yeah.
Oh, damn. They are stomping us on that side.
Be advised, hostiles now control Delta. Hostiles now hold more objectives. Out.
We're attacking objective Alpha. Here's our objective.
Ow. See if I can push up to them.
We took back the objective. All call signs, mission is still on track. Enemies are attacking objective Bravo. Be advised, hostiles attacking Bravo. Marked objective under threat. Let's defend the position.
Are they upstairs or? Oh, never mind. They hit mine. Okay.
Taking more objectives.
Oh, damn. That's right. I can't enter in here, can I?
Charlie, be advised, you're exiting the combat zone. Our forces control more objectives than the enemy.
I don't know how, man, but we're just making it through, I guess. Oh, shoot. Just randomly found one guy.
What the fuck? I walked into the window and I didn't see him right there, and I had a flashlight directly pointing in the general direction. Yet, for some odd reason, he appears out of nowhere. What the fuck?
Taking objective Charlie.
That's some bullshit. The game is running weirdly slow.
Where's that freaking... Where is it? Oh, damn, he's right there. Dang, I was gonna get that freaking warrior vehicle, but
Bravo has been neutralized.
it ran away. Oh, they're on the 9 o'clock right now,
Supporting the attack.
or the left
See
side.
that?
Damn, we got folded like freaking like rusty lawn chairs right there.
Oh shit! Oh, left side. Left side. See? Fuck.
All right, guys, I bought you breathing room.
Control of objective Charlie.
Damn, he got me.
Charlie is now under our control.
Oh, fuck. They got behind the blueberries.
We need defensive support on a marked objective.
Main time.
But I have a different loadout. Fuck.
I can probably make it over here.
We are targeting Alpha.
I hate how it has to be in
advised,
this
the
little
enemy are
square
now in
thing
control
here.
of more objectives.
What the fuck? I just revived the guy.
Oh,
We are targeting Alpha.
Okay.
damn it. Me and my little blueberry buddy here got overrun.
Damn. You know, I am lagging something fierce. I don't know why.
Our attack on Bravo is
I think
underway.
it runs pretty good.
Alright, our forces control more objectives than the enemy. Good work.
Shit, that thing got me. There's a warrior coming up the, it's either a warrior or a tank that's coming up the road. Damn, they ran up on us.
Controlling the fight. Keep it going.
Be advised, attack support needed on the marked objective. Hostiles attacking objective Delta.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
We're targeting objective Bravo.
Damn it, why can't I get up here?
Be advised, attack support needed on the marked objective. Explosive set!
Come on! Hostiles all over the place!
We no longer control objective Bravo.
Good work, that's impressive!
Be advised, the enemy now controls more objectives.
Oh, hey, we got an IFA coming. Let's go.
Attack support needed on the marked objective.
Oh, I can't see nothing. None of them in this bush. They're laying down in the bushes right there.
Oof, damn.
God damn it, he's right there on the other side of that little hill. Little bastard.
Stay with me!
Alright, we are still controlling the fight. Keep it going. Objective Alpha neutralized.
Okay, I guess they're dead now.
Damn, they're raining down mortars.
We are targeting objective Bravo.
Oh yeah, probably right from freaking probably from right inside of objective, huh?
Probably.
Attack support needed on the marked objective.
Let's see if I can push
Gotta
through
go
that
see
way.
Again.
Yeah, they're inside their base.
Bravo has been secured.
Explosive ready!
Yeah.
Control. Charge that! Stand by!
Attacking objective Delta.
They're right around that corner, y'all. Oh, they're behind us now too.
The enemy is attacking Alpha. Attack on all
Oh
fronts.
shit, I didn't even realize we were winning. Holy shit. We're stomping
Yeah,
these
we're winning.
guys.
Yeah.
Objective Delta is being neutralized.
Like 3 minutes over here standing around with a thump their ass, and they can't even come over here and revive me. God damn it.
Objective Delta is under our control.
Attack support needed on the marked objective.
Let's go. We stomped these guys.
Yes, we did.
727 to 0. Jesus. I thought we were losing for the longest time. I kept seeing nothing but red objectives.
We were winning.
Yeah, I did okay. 21 and 12. I did okay. Man, you know the neural gear from like, what is it, Sword Art Online?
Yeah, the narrow helmets.
Yeah. God, that would be cool for something like this.
I mean, it would be, but also, iffy.
With all the pain receptors turned on, so everybody else can feel my pain.
Yeah, remove.
I don't know, that feedback type of stuff might kill some folks.
It could.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Just stretching a little bit in my shirt.
Too cheesy.
For some odd reason, my game's been having a lot of latency issues for some reason, which I don't know why.
Internet connection of some kind?
Possible.
All call signs, you are cleared to attack. Secure the OBJs and defend against any hostile.
I'm not directly hardwired, so that's probably why.
Oh yeah, I hardwire if I'm playing something.
Yeah.
No matter how good it is, Wi-Fi just is not good enough.
True.
We need attack support on the marked objective.
Be advised, Echo has been captured by hostiles.
Oh, they got me. I almost made it. More guys are coming. Where there's one of me, there's three more.
We've begun our assault on
Don't mind
Charlie.
how groups down. Fuck.
Be advised, Delta is under attack. Neutralize Charlie.
Be advised, objective marked. We need you supporting the attack.
Is that a person right there? Oh shit, it was. No!
The enemy have taken more
I was like, wait, is that a dude? And then I got shot. I was like, no!
Under 6.
I was about to just turn around and start ripping. Oh, they're everywhere!
Be advised, enemy forces are winning the fight.
There's like 7 of them around you.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, they're everywhere! There's a whole squad!
Well, now I know they're coming to D.
Yep. Reloading.
Oh, what the fuck?
Where is he? Do you know?
Right, thank you. Down the road. Got him. Oh, there's a lot of more down there.
We're attacking objective Echo.
Reloading.
I'm not covering to the 3 at all. Alright, looks like 9 o'clock should be okay.
Looking like it.
Objective marked. We need your support in the attack.
We're attacking objective Echo.
Be advised, the battle is still being controlled by the enemy.
Oh, they lit me up with a missile launcher.
Damn, I'm out of ammo.
Over here by the car.
Oh, wait, it won't let me.
Can't get me.
Can I get there to you? Yep.
Yep, there we go. Thank you. That's some ammo.
Thanks for that.
Coming up on us.
Opposed.
Aw.
Yeah, I saw. I was like trying to aim gun up, gun not aim high enough.
We're attacking Echo.
Someone's getting a squad wipe today.
Oof.
Enemy infantry engaging.
Not much can be done there, really. As sad as that sounds.
Marked objective.
Right.
Jeez, it's. Only thing that really sucks is the cover system.
Right.
We're moving on objective Alpha. Be advised, defensive position needed on the marked objective. The enemy is still winning the fight. Hit back and take control.
Oh, they rocketed me.
We're attacking objective Echo.
I got noob tubed. Now we're losing everywhere. Oh, Jesus.
Fuck. I tried to revive him.
Have a defense order sent by squad leader.
Reloading.
Hostiles are attacking objective Echo.
Damn, there's one behind us somewhere too, huh? Oh, he's lighting everybody up.
Oh, they were right from oh, fuck. Ow. They're dead from above us.
We have lost Echo.
I got a bunch of them, but oh, they got me.
Yeah, I saw that. Fuck.
We're targeting objective Delta.
Nothing. Guess we'll try Bravo next. Oh, I can't get in through here? Well, that's some garbage doo-doo. Oh, damn. Behind y'all. Behind y'all, no! Darn it. My medic got killed.
Ah, fucker, I saw him like right in your left in my corner of the eye.
Objective Charlie neutralized.
Damn, they're no tubing the daylights out of it over here.
We need to run this place to the
See that?
Okay, armed forces control more objectives than the enemy.
Great, now they're behind me on A.
I have eyes on a hostile sniper south of your location.
objective Bravo. Be advised, we have lost Charlie. Objective Bravo neutralized.
Oh, grenade. Donkey.
Needed on the marked objective. Hostile forces are still ahead in the fight. Let's regroup.
Oh, they climbed around me. Damn, we're getting our butts whooped.
Yeah, we are.
Bravo has been neutralized.
Tried to hold A, but yeah, we're gonna get driven into spawn at this point.
Ah, around the corner.
Move to attack a marked objective. Attacking objective Delta.
Medic's ass? Well, I mean, they kind of usually are.
Okay, we now hold Alpha.
Where was this guy shooting from? Where'd this dickhead go? There we go, I got him. Gonna reload. Oh man, they're on being forced now.
Our forces are
Sweet
attacking objective
Jesus.
Charlie. Hostile forces are still ahead in the fight. Let's regroup.
Watch out, he's on top of the power bridge.
Tunnel bridge, huh?
We are attacking objective Delta.
Oh, what the fuck? Just got grenaded. I think this will be it for my battlefield field tonight after this match. Fuck.
I got you.
Yeah, this is an ass whooping.
They are really well coordinated. Holy
are.
shit, they are. We seem like a bunch of cavemen compared to these guys.
That's what it looks like. Fuck.
Oh no,
That and
it's,
also the internet latency is not helping me.
yeah, it's been real skittish for the last few seconds.
It's not working. Find a way to win.
Oh,
I'm laying down fire, but they seem to be able to like instantly kill me. But yet when I'm firing down the heavy machine gun on target center of mass, it seems like they're not dying quick enough.
Move to attack the
Yeah.
marked objective.
they got all the latest, you know, pay-to-play gear and everything, battle pass and all that. We're peasants fighting. We're peasants fighting a superpower.
Be
Possible.
advised, you've lost control of objective Echo.
God damn, got smushed. I did okay. 19 and 12. I did okay.
See, for some reason, latency just seems to be like fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, it's been bad. Then
Let's see if it can't
again,
boost out the performance.
then again, I've had that similar issue recently as well.
Yeah.
I totally forgot you were not on. God damn it. Whoops. I totally forgot. You were on the voice chat only in the game. Oh, fuck, dude. Yeah, no, I totally forgot. I exited out thinking we were in Discord. Turns out we were in the game. Shit. Not really sure how to answer that one, honestly, actually. I'll leave that for another time. Well, anyway, thank you very much. Where is Discord? Okay, there we go. Whoops. any shoozle. I'm going to go to bed now. What time is it? Oh, it's almost gamer time. It's been fun. I appreciate you hanging out. And I will see you next time. Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. All them things. And see everybody later. See you later, Wolf. Have a good night. All right. Good night, everybody.